How's it going, YouTube? I'm shirtless right now because it is 105 degrees Fahrenheit in fucking Northern California right now. Don't get me wrong, California is nice, but it gets hot. Anyway, today's subject, fucking Republicans. God. Okay. Here's what I don't like about the Republican Party. I'm gonna get my ashtray. Where the fuck is my ashtray? There it is. Okay. What I don't like about Republicans. You know what? No. I'm going to start off with what I do like about Republicans. Pretty much the only thing that I like about the whole Republican Party thing is that they want to lower taxes and they say they don't want you spending money on dumbasses that you earned yourself. That's about it. Okay, even though now it's all going to be the same anyway. That's pretty much all I liked about them. What I fucking hate about them is, I'm sorry, I'm smoking. Is that inappropriate for minors? Flag it, bitch. But, you may ask why I smoke. Fuck you, that's why. But, what I hate about them is, they're a totally corrupt party. They are a totally corrupt party, and the worst thing is, they preach honesty. They preach honesty, they preach religion, is that religion will get you a better life, and all that shit. They preach that religion should be in schools. Don't take God out of the pledge. Don't take God out of the currency. And that doesn't belong there. Separation of church and state. That they believe in combining church and state even more than it already is, even though they're supposed to definitively, in the Constitution it says separation between church and state. Okay? You cannot get... If one of those fucking candidates said they were an atheist or a pagan or anything like that, they would have been like immediately shunned by both parties. It's funny how we only have two parties, but yeah, immediately shunned by both parties. Just no one would have, you wouldn't have heard on Fox News, CNN, nothing like that. Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, local news stations, you wouldn't have heard about them at all. And that kind of, pisses me off, because I feel that the Republican Party did that because they own the vast majority of the media, and the vast majority of Republicans, the vast majority of people in power are Republicans, in power of very lucrative businesses and things we need, oil, the things we want, TV, cars, things like that. They are Republicans, and they want their word kind of to be heard, and that pisses me off that they censor everything. They sneaky and underhandedly do kind of shit like that. That pisses me off probably the most about them. Another thing is this whole pro-life thing. Once again, I'm not going to overgeneralize, but the vast majority of Republicans are pro-life. And you know what? I'm pretty much pro-life. Like, if I was gonna have, if I fucking got shit-faced one night and I railed the shit out of some slag and came inside her, what's gonna happen is she's probably gonna get pregnant, and she's probably gonna want an abortion. But I'm the kind of person that would say, listen, all you gotta do is, and this might sound like an asshole-ish thing, but I would say something. I don't believe it's the woman's right to choose. I believe it's the parents' right to choose. No matter how much they wake up next to each other and go, what the fuck? It's still their parents now. I believe that it's the parents' right to choose, and I would say, listen, all you got to do is suffer for 9 months, and you know what? I will put that kid through college. That's all. We don't ever have to talk to each other again. Just pop the baby out, do your thing. I will keep that kid. That's, and then that may seem unrealistic or not cool, whatever. I don't give a shit. That's just what I would do, because I don't give a fucking shit. I know what I feel is right and what I feel is wrong. But that does not give me the right to take away someone's right to it. That doesn't, just because I believe it's wrong doesn't mean that other people believe it's wrong. And sometimes when there's a vast majority, like, morality is based on societal grounds. If a lot of people believe that abortion is okay, then in a way it is okay. I mean, if because society determines morality. And I truly believe that. I don't believe we're born with a morality. If a kid was locked in a closet for the vast majority of his life, and like popped out of the closet one day and someone handed him a knife and it just popped into his head to stab some shit, he would do it without realizing it's kind of wrong, you know? If he got mad and figured he wanted to hurt this thing that looked like him, he's going to do it. He doesn't understand the consequences, repercussions of his actions, what people are going to think, how it's just wrong, kind of, you know, wrong. They don't, like a person that was not around humans all the time wouldn't think that. They're not born, again, unlike the Bible says, we are not born with a sense of right and wrong. We're taught that along societal grounds, you know. Another thing about the Republican Party, they still preached what they preached when they came into power a long time ago. Here's the thing, some people may not know this. The Republican Party, I'm not sure about the date, they came in when America was still a baby country. They weren't one of the parties when America was a country, when America first started being a country. What happened was the Democratic Party had two major candidates, and everyone was like either this guy or this guy. But because the votes were so split between these two guys, they had two running candidates. The Republican Party candidate won, which is like, that's just how it happened. Nobody, like, the Democratic Party won, but the Democratic man did not win. The Republican Party had one, you know, one guy, and all the people that believed that voted for him instead of these two guys, which it split on, you know. So then the Republican Party came into power, and then now they started getting more houses and more seats and everything like that, and now they're the other party that means the fucking shit. But yeah, there's a little fucking tidbit of history for you. No names or dates, but hey, that's what happened. And they still preach this shit. The Republican Party came in because they were like, listen, because a lot of progressives, liberals, Democrats, stuff like that, they started saying, listen, the Democrats and liberals, they started changing laws and making new laws and stuff like that, and the Republican Party came in and said, listen, this is not the fucking Constitution. What you're doing is not the Constitution. This just sounds good, and blah, blah, blah. And we have to ratify this. We have to make this an amendment. This has to be constitutional. You don't understand. We're all for the government being smaller, but we're all for the not interfering with people's freedoms. And I totally agree with that. However, it has become so corrupt. It has become, they preach freedom, 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 and all they preach is freedom to be a greedy dumbass. That's all they preach. And another thing, fucking religion. It is swamped with religion. It is swamped with the religious zealots. Christian. They are Christian. Like most of them. I'm gonna go out on a limb, an uneducated fucking out of nowhere limb, and say probably 90% of Republicans are Christian. Okay, of Republicans in America believe that abortion is wrong and all that shit because they are Christian, you know. And that's a lot of what the shit the Bible teaches. And that's pretty much mostly what I hate about the Republican Party. I wish Sean Hannity could be hung upside down by the testicles and beaten with a ball-peen hammer in the teeth until he dies. Then they should revive him, cover him with paper cuts, pour pure alcohol on him, light him on fire, put him out, and throw him into the street naked. After they dip his penis in cold water so it looks really cold while he's running around. It's fucking hysterical. I'm a twisted bastard. Anyway, that's about all I have. I am not broken, so I need no crutch. See you around.